Headlines this morning: Anambra Police Commissioner Rutugu calls for community collaborations to further improve security in the state. Federal lawmaker Bodike empowers over 2,000 constituents in Ihiala. Senate President Akpabio leads Nigeria's delegation to Pope Francis' funeral today as DR Congo M23 commit to peace after Doha talks. Good morning and welcome to Breakfast News on ABS Television. I am David Opokwasele. Security is here to stay in Anambra State. In the Anambra, remember, security is everyone's business. And for us to have a more secure and livable Anambra State, let's join forces with government in securing our state. If you see something, say something. Report unscrupulous elements to security operatives for better security of life and property. Remember the emergency numbers 5341 and 08002200008. We begin from Oka here, where the Commissioner of Police Anambra State, Dr. Ikyoye Orutu, has called for greater community engagement, resources, and intelligence sharing to improve the security operations of the police command. Dr. Orutu made the call during a town hall meeting in Oka, Anambra State. The meeting was aimed at interacting with the citizens, especially in the Anambra, where thoughts on security concerns were provoked, while the security stability of the state was also x-rayed and suggestions proffered to improve safety and security in the state. In his remark, the police commissioner reiterated the need for alternative dispute resolution ADR to resolve issues bordering on disputes such as kingship tussles, land and boundary issues, farm header clashes, and or any other related issues. The police chief recognized that security is a collective responsibility and that community involvement is essential to achieving lasting peace and stability. In attendance were other sister agencies, FRSC, traditional rulers, vigilante groups, civil society groups, pressmen, women groups, different Anambra State youth forums, and other relevant stakeholders. From Oka here, we move to London, where as part of his commitment for transparent and accountable governance, Governor Chukwuma Soludo has met with Anambra indigenes in the diaspora and provided updates on his administration's progress. The governor's press secretary, Christian Aburime, in a press release after the meeting, said that the governor has consistently been accountable to people of Anambra State. More on the town hall meeting is brought to you from here.
That the town hall meeting with Anambra citizens in London marks the highlight of a successful strategic diaspora engagement tour, which has already garnered positive responses in Lagos and Abuja. He stated that Governor Soludo believes accountability in governance is a virtue that must start at home, demonstrated locally before being showcased globally. Governor Soludo said that most professionals and business traders in the diaspora possess networks, expertise, and investment capacity that could accelerate development back home, and urged them to think home.
Towards a new Anambra, and we got to go back to basics in the mind. We need to take back our land, and we are going to take it back in a manner it's going to be disruptive, and we have begun the new Homeland Security Law.
The member representing Ihiala Federal Constituency in the House of Representatives, Dr. Pascal Abodike, has empowered over 2,000 constituents with materials worth millions of naira to make them self-reliant. Correspondent Chukwemeka Modern reports that the items include modern laptops with printers, sewing and grinding machines, educational materials, thousands of bags of rice, and Sienna buses to the Ihiala security outfit, among others. His report.
Addressing the beneficiaries, Dr. Abodike explained that the gesture, which is his 7th empowerment program for his constituents, was geared towards offering business support and relief to his constituents and to complement the efforts of Governor Soludo in developing Anambra State.
God shall keep providing for me. Government of Abga, we shall keep ameliorating the sufferings of our people. Anambra State is the best state in Nigeria and shall remain the best because of quality representation, good governance that is being radiating. We are focused in what we are doing, no going back.
In his remarks, the Vice Chairman of All Progressives Grand Alliance, Anambra South Senatorial District, Chief Surplus Ewuzie, described the program as mind-blowing and commended Dr. Abodike for following the footsteps of Governor Chukwuma Soludo.
It is mind-blowing what we saw here today, and that confirms the fact that ABGA generally is doing well. Because Right Honorable Dr. Pascal Abodike is following the footsteps of our governor.
Some of the beneficiaries, including Mr. Lotana Abasiere and Mrs. Nkemdelim Okonkwo, who appreciated the lawmaker for the empowerment, stated that they would put the sewing machines they received from the federal legislator into good commercial use. From Ihiala, Local Government Secretariat, Chukwuemeka Modelim, ABS News.
Candidates in the 2025 Unified Tertiary Matriculation Examination (UTME) have described the exercise so far as smooth and hitch-free experience at some centers visited in Awka and environs. The annual examination, which began nationwide on Thursday and administered by the Joint Admissions and Matriculation Board (JAM), is the gateway for admission into Nigerian universities, polytechnics, and colleges of education. Our correspondent Chibuzo Obidike has the report.
This year's computer-based test, CBT, runs from Thursday, 24th April to Monday, 5th May, with over 2 million candidates registered for the exam, an increase from the 1.9 million recorded in the 2024 exercise. 3 candidates, Stella Maris, Nwata, Gloria Onora, and Chukwujeku Evans, confirmed there was no issues with the system during the section and revealed that the examination was simple as they have read very well and are expecting above 300 score.
I believe that if you prepare, if you know what you're doing, it won't be that hard. And from what I'm seeing, it wasn't that hard. It's good for those that read their book. If you not read your book, it will be difficult for you. But for me, the exam was
based on what people normally say on them, the exam was surprisingly simple. If you read 3 past questions and study hard, you can easily pass jump.
A parent, Mrs. Vivian Enemore, who said she was at the venue waiting for her son during the second exercise, expressed satisfaction with the accreditation till after the examination, pointing out that there were no complaints and prayed for the success of all candidates.
First people
all efforts to get reaction from JAM supervisor at the centers visited proved abortive.
A staff of Anambra Broadcasting Service, Mr. Patrick Nnatwanya, has given out his first daughter Mary in marriage to Mr. Francis Iwebunam, an indigene of Iluaro village in Ibariam, Anambra East local government area of the state. The solemnization of holy matrimony took place at St. Anthony of Padua Catholic Church, Ibariam, and was followed by the rites of traditional marriage immediately after the wedding mass. Chibuzo Obidike completes the story.
Both events were attended by different dignitaries, government officials, staff and management of the ABS, as well as friends and well-wishers of the families. Mr. Nnatwanya and his wife, while wishing the couple a blessed and fruitful marriage, enjoined them to raise a happy and blissful family that will sustain their positive values. In their appreciation message, the newlywed Mr. and Mrs. Iwebunam revealed that their journey of love is anchored on God's foundation and respect for one another, and assured their parents and church that the marriage would be a journey of thanksgiving and one to be emulated by others.
Good
health, more blessings, children.
From Ibariam, Chibuzo Bidike, ABS News.
President Bola Tinubu has nominated the President of the Senate, Dr. Godswill Akpabio, to lead Nigeria's delegation to Vatican City for the burial of Pope Francis today. Other members of the delegation are the Minister of State, Foreign Affairs, Ambassador Bianco Dumegwu-Ojukwu, Archbishop Lucius Ugoji, who is the President of the Catholic Bishops' Conference of Nigeria, Archbishop of Sokoto Diocese, Most Reverend Matthew Kuka, and Archbishop of Abuja Diocese, Most Reverend Ignatius Kaigama. Pope Francis, the head of the Roman Catholic Church, died on Monday, April 21, 2025, at the age of 88, just a day after appearing for Easter Sunday celebrations at the Vatican. The delegation will formally deliver a letter conveying President Tinubu's sympathy and condolences on Pope Francis' passing to the acting head of the Vatican. On Monday, President Tinubu joined the Catholic faithful and Christians worldwide to mourn the death of the pontiff, who he described as a humble servant of God, a tireless champion of the poor, and a guiding light for millions. The Democratic Republic of Congo's government and the M23 group have issued a landmark joint statement saying they had agreed to halt fighting in the east of the country while they work towards a permanent truce. The latest peace push by Qatar comes after the Gulf states successfully brokered a surprise meeting last month between Congolese President Felix Tshisekedi and Rwandan President Paul Kagame. Both leaders called for a ceasefire after the meeting. The two sides said they had agreed to work towards the conclusion of a truce in the conflict, which has seen the M23 seize key cities in the region. UN experts and several Western governments say the M23 is supported by Rwanda, but the Kigali government has denied giving military help. And then, Technical Director of the Athletics Federation of Nigeria, Samuel Onikeku, has said one of Team Nigeria's objectives at the upcoming World Relays in China is picking qualifying tickets for some of the relay events at this year's World Championship in Tokyo. The AFN revealed Nigeria's contingent for the World Relays, which will be held from May 10 to 11 in China. Top of the list is women's 100-meter hurdles record holder Tobi Amuso and Paris 2024 Olympics 200-meter finalist Fevo Ofili. Amuso and Ofili are joined by Rosemary Chukwu and Tiena Eyekboya, Success Umokoro and Jennifer Chukwukobi for the women's 4x100 meters. The 2025 World Championship is set to take place from September 13 to 21 in Tokyo, and 7 Nigerian athletes have already secured their spots in 8 individual events at the prestigious competition. Remember that you can follow news and programs from any part of the world by liking our Facebook page at Anambra Broadcasting Service. Subscribe to our YouTube at ABS Television Oka, on X at ABS Radio TV, and on Instagram at ABS Radio TV. You can also log on to our website at www.absradiotv.com. Before we go, here are the main points again. We told you that the Anambra State Commissioner of Police, CP Orutugu, has called for community collaborations to improve security in the state. We also told you that federal lawmaker Bodike has empowered over 2,000 constituents in Ihiala constituency. We told you that the Senate President Akpabio is leading Nigeria's delegation to Pope Francis' funeral as DR Congo and M23 committed to peace talks after meeting in Doha. We remind you that security is here to stay in Anambra State. In the Anambra, remember, security is everyone's business, and for us to have a more secure and livable Anambra State, we must join forces with the government in securing their state. If you see something, say something. Report unscrupulous elements to security operatives for better protection of life and property. Remember the emergency numbers 5311 or 08002200008. And that's the news this morning, as edited by Stella Iboka and the production team. I am David Obokwasile.